Yeah, people. Session 2 is in. Why is everyone so quiet?
Come on, man.
Alright, session 2 of therapy is here with the Coup.
Hello.
Everyone say hello.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Listen, every time we start, I do not know what to say. So
You got to tell him we're a man down.
yeah, man down today. Just 3 of us in there today. So the Coup is a man down, but we're still fighting.
Can I send some special love to Hammer because he wasn't actually feeling well. Although he is away, he has actually been feeling a bit sick. So
I don't feel too sorry for him. He's on holiday. He's in sunny Morocco.
yeah, but he's sick. What were you like when we were in Sierra Leone and you got stomachache
What's your stomach ache?
in Sierra Leone?
I just dropped a few hot ones and I was ready to go.
Oh,
Man.
allow it. His
bet.
hot ones are
But
hot.
you have to drop hot ones in the dark, not electric, with candle, so you could like burn your pubes or something.
Why would you have the candle that close to you?
By accident.
Do you know what though? In Sierra Leone, they had some Next Fanta. That's why I was on the toilet.
It's the
They got some
sugarcane.
Next Fanta. It's not this.
It's because of the sugar.
What, you
cane.
took Fanta to the toilet?
No. I was just.
Can I just say one thing? Have you actually introduced us?
Yes, so we're the Coup, and this is therapy session 2. Every week, or every time we have a session, I'm supposed to introduce us, but I do not know what to say. I just say something weird every time. So every time I'm going to say something stupid, so forgive me. Before we get into it, just want to let you know, if you want to get through to us, if you want to send us any questions or requests or have any topics you want to discuss with us or just to shout us or to disagree with anything we're saying, you can get at us on our email address, which is the real Coup. It's Coup spelled C-O-U-P. So that's the real Coup at gmail.com. We've also got a YouTube channel, so you can listen to all of our podcasts on there, and it's the Coup London. We've got a Twitter page, of course, which is at the real Coup. Sorry about that. And then our Tumblr page, which is therealcoup.tumblr.com. And lastly, our Instagram, which is the_Coup. Get through to us, people. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know what you think. Cuss us, do whatever. Just communicate with us.
Right.
Tell your friends about us.
Tell us about this Fanta then in Sierra Leone.
Yeah, so listen. So in Sierra Leone, right, they have some next. It's like it's orange Fanta, but it's not orange. It's like dark. It's deep orange. It's so sweet.
It's because it's made from sugar cane.
Listen, you get so addicted to that. I was popping them bottles I was having 10 a day. No lie, it's cheap. It's like 15p or whatever. Buy it from the little corner shack. Back it. So I was backing these Fantas hard. Every day that was my alcohol. Everyone was buying stouts and all them kind of things. It's just
It's
beer,
beer.
innit? So I was backing these Fantas, getting the little girls, my little cousins, to go out to the shop to buy me. Give them,
These girls.
Yeah.
Random girls.
giving them change. I was like, go and get me 2 Fanta. Go and come back in it. Go and buy your own. Then, like about a week in, man, I had the worst tummy I've ever had. And you know, when you're on holiday and you get sick, it's like you feel like you're really gonna die. So I was out, and we used to go to this club called Old School. Big up everyone from Sierra Leone who's been to Sierra Leone, who's been to Freetown.
If you go to Sierra Leone and you don't go to Old School or Paddy's, you ain't been to Sierra Leone.
You ain't been to Freetown anyway. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't speak for any other cities, but I'm telling you, those places, woo! It was jumping. The BO was strong. The booties were big. I loved it.
Allow it, man. We're not really advertising Sierra Leone.
P.O.
No one's gonna want to go. Dodgy stomach, P.O. and booty.
But so anyway, so everyone was going out to, I think they were going Old School, one club. But I was finished. I was on the bed. They all went. I was so upset. Went to the toilet, dropped 2 twos, came out. I was ready to roll,
That's
man.
when it comes out like the tap, innit?
Yeah, it was
Oh, allow me. Comes out there.
Anyway,
You know.
aside from my Fanta, this week, well, not even this week, recently, there's been some new events happening, obviously. You know, we got a royal baby. George, I think his name is.
I
Is
think
it
so, a
George?
real baby. I was like, someone got something to tell me.
No,
Why are you looking at me?
royal baby. Is his name George, though?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
George.
George, new addition to the royal
He's gonna
family.
be our future king. You should know that kind of stuff.
Who's king? I ain't gonna. By the time he's king, I'm either gonna be senile or dead,
That's true.
unless their family gets wiped out in the meantime, which could happen. Diana style.
I think Harry should be king, personally.
I think that's the truth.
Harry is the king.
I think that is the truth.
Oh, that's
It'll be
lovely.
amazing. It'll be like, what's the film?
What? King's Speech.
No. Is it with John Candy where he becomes king? Did I just make that up?
Sounds like it. What's it called?
You know, sometimes when you have those really kind of vivid dreams and then you think they're actually like a
Yeah, but that's
film that's been
random.
out.
John Candy.
Yeah, and he becomes a king or a prince or something. I'm sure. I'm gonna Google it.
Not Kingpin.
That's the guy from Cool Runnings, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
Uncle
he's
Buck.
dead.
Yeah.
Ah, Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I don't remember this film, man. But anyway, if Harry was king, it'd be, I don't know. I think we'd probably go to war only because some countries or some delegates or some ambassadors would be sending Harry messages and he wouldn't reply to nothing. He'll be off somewhere, some skiing with some ting somewhere, and then they'll just think it's beef and just send some, I don't know, some missiles over.
Harry does get things.
Changing subject.
Yes.
Would you allow... Right, I read this thing, actually, my mum posted it on Facebook. I'll probably post it on my Facebook because she rates my Facebook on a regular basis.
Yeah.
To the point where my brother who's in Korea has actually blocked her. She posted this thing about McDonald's saying that they wash their meat with ammonia. So my question is, it's always the number one thing with girls, would you let your kid eat McDonald's? And like, one of my friends who has a baby, well, a toddler, she was like, oh, he's had McDonald's twice this week. Is that really bad? Is that really bad, Morgana? And I was like, no, it's fine, isn't it? My nan used to take us to McDonald's every Saturday, whatever we want. I ain't going to try to go into that because people are going to judge me on what my nan used to eat. Anyway.
Yeah, but it was the 80s, so it doesn't count.
The 80s, the 90s.
Okay, sorry.
I think I was still below 10 having 2 extra value meals, but let's move on from that, please.
2 extra value meals.
My nan just
What do you mean, with 2?
My nan just didn't know how to say no. Like, I'd be like, oh, can I have a chicken burger? And she'd be like, yeah, sure. I was probably like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, sure. And then I'd finish the chicken burger meal. And I'd be like, no, I'm still hungry. I want another chicken burger. She'd be like, okay then. And when we weren't having extra value meals, she'd then go and buy us the toy as well.
Hold on, so she just bought you the burger on its own?
If I wanted the burger on its own. If I wanted the whole other meal, she'd have bought me a whole other meal. But then the cheek is that after that, I used to have... Do you remember when they used to do like... it was like a tray, and then you had the apple pie down the middle and the ice cream on each side.
Yeah.
I used to have that after.
You was having McDonald's TV dinners.
Yeah, basically, because my mum used to work like full time or 7 days a week, so we used to go to my nan's at the weekend, and my nan just never said no. God rest her soul.
You were lucky, man. I had to
She
work
was
for my
best.
McDonald's. I used to go East Street Market with my mum. She used to bribe me in the
Carry
morning.
the
If you
bags.
come, yeah, because I'll be watching cartoons. I'll be watching. I don't even know, man. DuckTales or whatever it is. She was like,
Thundercats.
yeah, Tailspin. All them ones there.
Oh, you used to watch them.
Yeah, she's like, if you come with me, I'll buy you McDonald's after. And I was like, oh, man.
My nan used to spoil me. Literally anything I wanted Polly Pockets. I used to have Polly Pockets up the wazoo.
I never had them Polly Pockets.
Pockets.
You live privileged, man. I used to see those things on TV and never even.
My mum didn't know about this though. She would have gone crazy.
Oh yeah, everyone gets spoiled by someone.
I remember when my younger brother Robin was initiated into the food thing, like eating as much as you can. And the first night he threw up on my feet because we used to do like top and tails. And I was like, welcome to the club, man.
Do you know what? Your question was, would I let my... Based on your stories of McDonald's, hell no. I ain't letting my kids go near that. But based on if my kids earn their McDonald's like me, then that would be
Different
fine.
story.
That would be fine. No, I'm not just going to throw it at them willy-nilly. No, but in all seriousness though, it's a tough one, man. Because like... I don't know, it's hard.
I know this sounds weird, but I imagine the McDonald's then was better quality.
Probably not.
Probably wasn't, to be honest. You know.
Because the regulations are much higher now.
Yeah, I guess
personally would. I like to think that I will, because the thing is, McDonald's is a convenience food, so you take your kids there because it's convenient. I like to think that I will be in control and I won't need to take my kids to.
In an ideal world,
it depends on your circumstances.
When life catches up with you and you're busy and you're rushed and you can't prepare food, McDonald's is there, man. It's the way. It's an option. It's the way out.
I can't imagine it.
That's where they make their... Like, I don't know, like, everyone's going to eat junk food at some point in their life. Or maybe not, but you do well to prevent your kids ever eating junk food from birth till, like, 12. You do a very good job. But I think every now and then, I don't want to say it doesn't hurt, because maybe, invariably it probably does. But I think every now and then, a bit of a treat, a bit of a McDonald's, like, you know what I mean? We used to go shopping once a week. I never got McDonald's every week. Like every other week I'd get, sometimes just turn up and carry the bags. You know, you get the lines in your hand.
The red lines.
Yeah, the red lines and East Street Market is no joke, man. Saturdays, boy. But a treat every now and then doesn't hurt.
But those golden arches, once a kid's been through them, it's like...
It's different,
it's
isn't
like
it?
Mecca, like, oh, let me go to McDonald's again, McDonald's. It becomes that thing of, do this. For McDonald's.
Wait, so you said they spray their food with ammonia? What did you say?
I think they clean it because obviously they use loads of different bits of the meat. So to get it all one colour, they like clean it and like spray it with ammonia to make it all one colour.
But what's that other stuff they spray on food that should make it addictive? What, have you heard about that stuff? There's some
monosodium glutamate maybe.
something like that, yeah.
That's the stuff you get poisoning of. Anyway, this is going in the wrong direction.
It is addictive. You took it here, man.
McDonald's is addictive, I'm not gonna lie, it really is, and that's what scares me a little bit. I don't think it's
You took it here with your double meals.
no.
What about if it was your birthday and you were at McDonald's?
What, as a kid? Or McDonald's party?
Yeah.
We didn't have those.
I wouldn't. Imagine, why don't McDonald's ever do a card like Nando's, man? Get something
McDonald's
free.
card? Oh no.
Do you know how sick that would be?
Did you know they put the gherkin in the hamburger to make it a savoury
Yeah.
food?
It's so sweet,
Otherwise
yeah.
it would be a dessert
Yeah.
because it's got so much sugar in it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
How does that happen? That's mental. And they still.
So basically, if you don't have a gherkin, what, you having strawberry cheesecake?
How did we start talking about McDonald's? Why did you do this to
about
us?
kids.
This is not Instagram, you know. Food everywhere. Gosh, now we're talking about it.
Anyway.
I hate when I see food on Instagram. One of my pet peeves.
Why?
That's another story for another day.
It just makes me feel sick instantly. Like instantly. Don't matter how good the food is. As soon as you're going down your timeline and you just see it, I just think, and I'll change it. I'm surprised not many people have done Instagram videos of food though. That would really drive me nuts. Why don't they just do themselves eating it?
I've got loads of people and they show you their starters and their meals and their dessert, and it's not as good. The good thing about Instagram, it makes food look really nice. Video looks whack. It's really bad. I think they need to stop doing that.
So what would you do? You never said anyway. Would you let your kids
eat McDonald's? No.
What? Never.
No, I don't think I would. I can't imagine taking my child, sitting down, and only because I
Well, like
do.
it's a meal, like some people do.
Yeah, like you see that the whole thing that I read on Jane Miller that kind of changed my mind a little bit, and I did start to think it's one thing me eating it, but me bringing my child and sitting them down and being like, have this chicken nugget that is like chicken foot, chicken batty, chicken nose, chicken eyeball.
When you put it like that,
and it is that. If that's not hype,
just give them chips.
that is it. It's processed chicken at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know if I could. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, you know, the responsible thing would be to say no. But
I think it depends on your circumstances.
well, definitely certain demographics are going to spend more money in McDonald's than others. Like, I can't imagine most people who. I guess everybody's going to have McDonald's at some point.
At some point, yeah.
You can't imagine, you know, the upper class taking trips down to the local McDonald's. Where would they go for starters? Kensington High Street McDonald's?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly what I was going to say.
I think raising kids, like, we always have this kind of hype, like, in your mind, oh, I want to do this with my kid, I want to do that with my kid. And then you have them and it's different.
It's completely
One of the
different.
things that's come up a lot is, like, kids using iPhones and iPads and stuff like that, and how good they are. Like, I've seen kids, like, 1.5, just working those iPads. Like,
Hey, our nephew uses one.
see,
He's
one of
2.
my friends is really against it. One of my friends, her son uses it, like, and it's good because you give it to him and he's just like doing his own thing. You never got to bother about him. But then some people are like, no, that's not right.
I don't know, it depends how you look at it. I think if you're scared of technology, then you look at it like it's the devil. I mean, like, because I remember when I was in school and memory sticks first started getting used. Do you remember that? In schools.
No, I don't even remember that.
Okay, well, I
I
remember.
don't think I was in school when that happened.
Yes. Yeah, you must have been, because I was in secondary school.
Your school must have been advanced.
Well, people had memory sticks and stuff, and I remember thinking, like, what? At first I was like, oh, what is this? This is long. You remember we used to have, before that, floppy disks?
Yeah.
Right, used to save
Yeah.
stuff on floppy disks.
And then we had we had like CDs. Like,
To save stuff on, well, maybe it was when I was working then.
yeah.
Maybe it was when I was
you were
working at the school.
Yeah.
But anyway, kids had obviously started using memory sticks, and a lot of the adults were like, oh, it's just too much now, you're getting lazy, why don't you just... But I think the times change, and if you try to prevent your kids from moving with some things,
Yeah.
I mean, it's you don't want them to get addicted to using it for
Yeah.
games and stuff like that, but they have to be familiar with it in case...
Okay, alright, then this is a topic. Are you going to allow your sons and daughters, to play FIFA? Me, I am not down for that
Oh,
behaviour.
don't get me
I'm
started.
not down for that.
If I don't let my child
kids are
play
not playing
FIFA,
FIFA.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world. I could bang out 8 hours of FIFA a day.
You wouldn't let your child do that.
How can I
though.
turn around and say you can't play FIFA when all I've been doing all day is playing FIFA?
Stop picking Barcelona. It's my team.
But don't you think it kind of... It
My
affects-
kids can play FIFA as long as they don't beat me.
No, Kimo.
Because if they beat me, I'll beat them.
But don't you feel like, you see that ability to sit in front of a thing and kind of...
Hey man,
play
that takes
football,
dedication, man. Don't knock it.
It doesn't take that. It
takes
is
concentration.
It's kind of like a sedate dedication. A kind of, what's that word?
Hey, it's a skill.
Is it a skill?
FIFA's like...
Can you use it in other things? Skills have got to be transferable. They can't just be like...
People make a living from it.
Yeah, but you're not making a living from it. You're
That's-
helping
I'm just
someone else
getting
make a living
abused.
from it.
That's the way we let off steam. Like, I don't know, computer games, come on.
So hold on, your 5-year-old son probably would know how to play FIFA. Are you going to let him sit... Like, so mum's in the kitchen cooking, are you going to allow your kid to sit down on FIFA?
because when I was 5, I wasn't playing. I didn't have a
So
console.
that's the point. Are you going to let your kids
Not a
do that?
5-year-old kid, no.
When will you could buy your kids like a PS3 or PS5, whatever it will be in the future?
I reckon. I think when they're, I don't know, you're looking at 8, 9s upwards.
8, 9.
Yeah, that's
think
about
that's a-
right.
I never ever sat in as a child and played anything.
I didn't have no consoles until I was in secondary school myself. But I'm saying,
The only time that I sat in it, my mum somehow removed all of the TVs from our house. I'm not going to go into that. But we didn't have a TV for a year in my house. We went from having like 5 TVs to having no TVs. And I'll tell you when it was,
No middle ground.
the first year of Big Brother. Do you remember when Big Brother first come out?
Yeah.
That first year I didn't have a TV. And my friends would ring me up and go, Morgana, are you watching Big Brother? And I'll be like, yeah, it's really good. And I'll be sat there in front of the computer playing SimCity. Yeah, it's really cool. Go, bye. And hang up the phone, or they'd be like, oh my gosh, the ferry is on TV. Pick up the phone, put on the TV and watch it. And I'll be like, yeah, my brother's watching TV and I can't get to TV. Bye. And that's the only time that I ever spent in front of a computer. That's because we didn't have a TV. And I was watching SimCity. But then saying that, I guess, although I wasn't sat in front of a computer game, I was sat in front of the TV a lot. So.
it's a balance, man. I played a lot when I was younger. I played a lot of computer, but I played outside a lot. Obviously, I played football non-stop. I used to be in the park playing football from 10 in the morning till 10 at night. That was my thing. That was my
You could do
vice.
that though, couldn't you?
Yeah, I
It's kind
think
of different now. You'd be worried
you'd be worried. Yeah, the
if
environment
your
has
kid was
changed.
out for that long.
The environment has changed, but then also, I think it's definitely more of a balance. Technology has come on a lot, so I think it's only right that people use it more because there's more things you can do with it. Like when we were growing up these times, internet, there was none. Now there's so much they can do, so much they can access through the internet, for good and bad. Like there's a lot of things you can get off the computer, off internet, which is fantastic. Like in schools now, you can do a lot of learning programs through internet.
But look at this ask.com thing that's happened to a girl. Like my thing is, kids love to lie. I remember when Mum first found out that I lied, and she was devastated. She couldn't believe that I'd actually lied to her. And every time she went mad at me, it was always like, you can just lie to me, blah blah. Because me and Mum were so close, so when she realised it could happen, she was like, and I'm like that. I'll take people on face value. Then when you find out they're lying, you're kind of like, oh my goodness.
The illusion's gone.
Exactly, and your teenager will do that like it's nothing. And I just worry about like kids being on certain sites and just sat on the TV, sat on the computer doing whatever they want. I just think it's just crazy, and I don't know whether I will have my kids will have laptops in their rooms, TV in their room, because I have them in my room. Now allowed and all that kind of iPhones and all that malarkey. I don't know.
It's tough, man. But I'm saying, I don't know, man. Like you have to monitor. You have to monitor what they're doing to a certain extent. You can't be standing over their shoulders whilst they're on the internet watching what they're looking at. But I think definitely, you're right. I mean, I wouldn't want my kid to be stuck in a room on the internet all day. No chance. They need to go out. They need to get out and be active and actually socialise with real people. But I wouldn't want to put in their head that the internet is the devil, because it's not. But it's about how you parent. It's about how you parent this whole situation, man.
I think what I'm trying to get at is, would you guys raise your children like how you are? Like, for example, just say your son or daughter turned around and said, oh, Dad, I want to be an actress. And I don't want to go to college. I don't want to go on to uni. I'm going to go and try and be an actress or an actor. And imagine your daughter's proper hot as well. Not that you should be judging your child that she's hot, but you know she gets a lot of
Change
attention.
it. Hey, do it, you're buff.
And what if she's not buff? And you be like, oh, don't worry, go ahead, because you know she ain't gonna make it. You're like, yeah, go, babe, you can do it.
There's always the space for the ugly, funny girl, so.
Yeah, let's face it, our kids will be funny.
And buff.
Did you say that about your own children?
Yeah, my son, listen, my son's gonna be a handsome mandingo. I might just call him Django. In fact. I might just call my son Django, man. Why not, man?
Please do that.
Listen,
oh my god.
My son's gonna be so
Django
buff. You know what I'm gonna do to my son? I'm gonna make him, you know them vest tops? You know them 80s tops where the sleeves are rolled up? My son is gonna be wearing them little vest tops with the sleeves rolled up.
What you do?
Like
I
what
remember
I do.
when we used to work in the cinema back in the day. He used to
Roll my sleeves up. I still do it now.
You know
I'm
what
doing
the
it right
funniest
now as
thing
we
is?
speak.
This is actually going to happen.
Yeah.
This
What?
what
His
he's
son
describing
running up his
here
arm.
right now.
My son is gonna have
actually
this.
going to happen.
Do you know what? And so when I go to pick him up in school, after school, and I'll be looking at the kids running around the playground. All I go do is look for the kid with the sleeves rolled up. There's my son.
Probably standing in the
Yeah,
middle of
right,
the playground just staring at other kids.
I want to see them Popeye arms coming out. Feel me?
How's your kid? You reckon you've got Popeye arms?
Sorry
What makes-
guys, you can't see right now, but trust me, man. I look hench right
We
now.
need to start taking pictures and posting them.
No, they're not ready for that yet. That's later on, because then we'll just start getting bare hits.
Right, so your kid don't want no extra education of any type. He is ready to go out into
Yes,
the world
Kimmo.
and do his thing.
Well, since
What
you
you
say you're
saying?
an actor, why don't you answer first?
But there's no evidence of him being able to act. He didn't even do GCSE drama.
No, that
Wait, hold on.
honestly, that's just completely random.
The only thing he does is watch EastEnders a lot.
No, you changed this question.
He'll watch it all weekend on a Sunday. He'll watch the Omnibus.
So I've never seen my child.
Omnibus.
So wait, I've never seen this child act. This child only watches EastEnders. Comes to me, Daddy, I want to be an actor, actress.
Why would your boy want to be an actress?
Well, why is it going to be a son? I'm saying son or daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when you've got to go Will Smith in Pursuit of Happiness and break it down to him. Give him the stats and the figures. Do you remember that scene? When his son said he wanted to be a basketball player?
I just said yeah, but I didn't watch it. I'll tell you why. I read a lot about that film and I just thought it was idiotic. I thought, and a lot of people have gone in on me about this, but if you haven't got any money that you're sleeping in a cubicle with your son, why is your main priority getting this top job? Just go and get a job. Why is he making his son sleep in a toilet?
To be honest, Morgan, I'm not going to lie. It kind of worked for him. I'm just saying.
But his child is now scarred with the memory of sleeping in a public toilet cubicle.
His child's rich. His child don't care. He probably had a room that was based on that cubicle.
But he never knew it was definitely going to happen.
No, but that was
He
a belief
must
though.
have.
It worked out.
He
You
must
know when
have.
things work out, you don't care how you got there, man. But I hear what you're saying.
I care about the child, the infant child that was
The child-
sleeping in a toilet.
You can look
know
at
you
it
catch
like
polio from feces.
The child can have a look at that,
I
man.
wonder where you got that from.
The child can look at that, man. My dad made me sleep in a cubicle, man. I hate him. I'm rich. Or the child can say, man, my dad was dedicated. He would work so hard. We even slept in cubicles. I'm rich.
Yeah, it's how you spin
How are you
it for
gonna look at
yourself.
it? You have to spin it, man.
So, back to my point. Your son or daughter wants to be an actress full time.
Chemo.
Keeping in mind, they ain't got a job to be paying you no rent when they're all leaving school. They're saying, I'm going to be an actor, Dad. See.
What you gonna
See
do?
you later on
Chemo?
tonight.
What you gonna do?
Honestly, I'd bring him in front of you guys. I'd bring him or her in front of you guys. Improvise a scene. And then you guys can be the
This guy's
judges.
harsh, man. He's putting his child on
So
the
when
pressure.
you went to your mum and said to her, I'm going to be an actor, what did she say?
I'm not going to repeat it. My mum's the loveliest person in the world, but I'm not going to repeat on it. No, they just always... You know what parents are like. They just always want you to have a fallback plan. Because acting is not a safe profession.
Okay, so your kid's saying I'm doing it full time. There's nothing else.
Hold on, am I rich?
No, you're
You're
just lower middle class maybe. You've got a job, your missus got a job, you've got
You're
a
like
mortgage.
Biff from Back to the Future, but part 2. Because his future changed. Remember, he was waxing the car. Yes, Mr.
Is that
McFly.
polo?
Yeah,
Polo
he had a comb over.
Do you know what? It's
Turtleneck and the tracksuit underneath. Yes, Mr. McFly. Whatever you say, Mr. McFly, it's going to be you. So you're like your Biff and your son's an actor.
Yeah.
That's your way out, man. What do you mean? You think Biff would have said no about the audition? Let me tell you.
It's hard. I'll be honest. Because I don't want to shatter my child's dreams.
Right.
But I don't want to lead them down nonsense.
I'll tell you what I would do. I'll be honest, no jokes. Firstly, yeah, it's my child's dream. I would encourage them. If this is what they want to do and they're really passionate about something, I want to give them the best chance of succeeding in it. However, though, them coming to me and saying they don't want to go to school and they don't value education and all that, that's a bit worrying. Because you don't have to have shut off that side of life just because to focus on what you're doing. What I would do to, like, it's the same if they were going to be a musician. If my daughter said she was going to be a singer or my son said he's going to be an actor, I wouldn't, because they're already seeing one thing most likely at a young age. They're seeing the bright lights, they're seeing the money and the fame, right?
Yeah.
They're young, it's inevitable. However, what I would do, I'm being honest, and I'm getting a bit serious, but I'd want them to understand the mechanics and the history and the details of each thing. So if my daughter says she's going to be a singer, I wanted to learn about, writing songs, about composing, about music. I wanted to become a musician as well as a singer. Give her, broaden her knowledge, and give her more of a chance of being successful at it, not just coming to the mic and singing and hoping someone makes a beat for her, and hoping someone writes for her, or someone thinks she's pretty.
You're Biff from Back to the Future. You ain't got.
No, that's you. You're Biff.
All you're thinking about is I ain't got time. We're gonna have to go to McDonald's.
One of my pet peeves is blind encouragement when people just encourage their child.
Like X Factor.
Yeah, like, do it. Oh my gosh, she's so good. Oh my gosh, she's got such a talent. Yeah, just do it.
I don't think any of us are under any threat of that.
No.
I think we're pretty real.
But there is a point though, I'll be honest with you. As parents, you have to have blind encouragement at some point,
That's the other thing, because there's all these people. There's all these people that are going, I was in school, I just dropped out, I moved to New York, I became an actor, or I moved to London, I became an actor. Wham bam. You didn't hear them saying, I went and studied anything. It's just, I just become an actor.
Yeah.
Where was their parents? What was their parents?
I think Darami's lying though on this blind encouragement.
Why? Because I'm harsh.
But then at the same time, you want your mum or your dad, like, my mum, if she said to me, Morgana, I don't think you should do that, I would take that as word. Like, if my mum says to me, don't do that, I know she means don't do it.
But it depends on how passionate you are about it, though. Because I'll tell you why there's got to be some bit of blind encouragement. It's because there'll be a time, pardon me, there are times when no one is really good at anything. Do you understand what I mean? Pardon me. And some kids, sorry, I keep burping. Some kids are naturally good at stuff, and you see it straight away. And as a parent or as an adult, it's easy to jump in it and be like, well, look, that boy's really good at football. Oh, come on, I'm gonna make you start. It's easy. There's other things that develop later. True. So a child might say they want to be a singer, and they're not particularly good when they're 8. Doesn't mean they're never gonna be a singer. So at 8, if they're not good, and I go, no, maybe we should think about something else. Patrice.
Please call your child Patrice.
I call her Tanisha. Listen, Tanisha, we need to worry about something else. You might have a singer's name, but it's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but don't you think one of the worrying things about having a child is that you technically have another life to manipulate? Like, how that young child is in 10, 20 years' time is so down to you.
I'm happy.
I think that is one of the scariest things.
It is scary, and you should take it seriously. But also, I'm encouraged by the fact, because obviously I'm a bit of a narcissist. Everything that went wrong with me,
you think you're gonna fix.
And let's face it, there wasn't that much
thing a parent.
There wasn't that much wrong with me. Let's be honest. I was like Lex Luthor.
This is all.
Like I'm a criminal mastermind. No, but what I mean, not by wrong, as in what's wrong with you, as in maybe what you didn't get, is what I'm talking about. You can give to your child. So the areas that you didn't get, whatever it is you wanted, or.
But don't you think that's what your parents went out? Not saying that you are a joke.
Well, yeah.
Don't you think that's what your parents thought? Like, my mum always tried to tell me,
I quit.
This is what I did.
I quit right now.
Okay, just leave it then. Anyway, my mum always said, this is what I did. This is the problem. You shouldn't do this. I still went with it and had to learn for myself. I think your mistake, you have to make your own mistakes. You can't listen to a parent.
Oh, no,
so when you're telling your child this, your child's got his own mind, it's going to do what it wants. When it gets to a particular age. But up until that point, your child is like completely in your care. How you speak to that child, how you don't speak to that child, how you physically touch that child or don't touch your child, like as in hitting it or not hitting it. You're shaping another being.
Can we say he or she?
He or she.
He, she. I think it's amazing.
Like, throughout my life, my mum is my number one reference. Literally, even when we haven't been talking, my mum is literally like the centre of my mind. Because I feel like I am like her creation. I've come from her. I have my own mind. I make my own decisions and blah blah blah. But
I love
she is my source.
I think it's good. Like, don't you think? But I think we think about my mum. Obviously, is a single parent, so she wasn't thinking about everything she did or everything she was having influence over me with 24 hours a day. She wasn't thinking, I can't do that because she wasn't. There was times when she was natural, and you see sometimes when kids act like their parents, and you look at it and you think, wow, that's uncanny how alike they are. And then when it's good instances, you're like, oh, she's just like her mum. And then when it's something bad, we're like, oh, he's being taught something wrong at home. But it's not that. It's that the parents, after a while, they go into autopilot and they're being natural, and the kids are just, a lot of the time, kids copy. They mirror what you're doing.
Everything that they see.
So then I guess it depends on how you are. If you're someone who in the house is effing and blinding and hate the world, without even trying, your child's gonna come out that, because your child's gonna copy you, and you're gonna input that in your child definitely. So I guess for us who don't have children yet, it's a good thing to think about, because basically how you are, how I am. There's no way I can be a certain way and then bring up my child to be a different way. It's not going to happen. I can put up a front and raise my child differently for a while, but then the natural side of me will come out.
This is what I'm saying, because this is what you said. With you say, oh, I'm gonna, if my child wants to be a singer, I'm gonna get her to do research and blah blah blah, and have to write there's things that you're good at that you should have done more research, you should have been more dedicated to that one thing. So when you're gonna go into natural mode, you might think in your head, oh, I'm gonna do this for my child, but you've still got to function, you've still got to make money, you still go to work. You can't be that, and I assume you're not more than one, so you've got to then dedicate your time and all this kind of stuff. And what I worry about is that my mum was very pro-education, and that was always at the front of my mind. My mum was very anti-men, anti-child, children when you're a child, as in teenage pregnancy, and very pro-education, and things like that really have affected me, and I put way too much of a kind of emphasis on education, which the education is in going to university, getting a degree, if not better, PhD, masters, when it's not right for me. It never was right for me because of
your path was different.
Yeah, my path was different, but it was such it was the centre of my family was education.
But then you came from a single parent family like I did, so it's different. The dynamic's different. Our moms are doing everything on their own 24 hours a day. That's why, for me personally, I don't want to have children until I'm married, because then at least there's a balance there. So where one of us is, where one of us is tired or is not on it or needs a break, the other person picks up the slack. When it's one woman, or in our case, our mums the whole time, when they go into natural mode, or when they're tired, or when their work is stressing them, what else am I going to see? Whereas if there was a dad around, do you know what I mean?
Takes you away from that.
They'll work in tandem.
That's very
so
true.
That's why, for me personally, that's why I don't want to have
It's so strange, I've never thought of it like that actually, because it is your parents going to natural mode, coping mode, getting through the day, or being able to make money, or just kind of doing the house stuff. So you see them
everything.
You
see the whole spectrum.
When there's two of them, they're less themselves, should we say, and less parenty if they're having to do it 24/7.
Because think about it, if you were married and you were feeling stressed and your child was there and you were feeling stressed about something and you were like, and then your husband might be like, you know what I mean, whatever, not in front of, or whatever, or what's wrong, let's talk about it, and it changes the mood. But there's no one there when you're on your own. You're stressed, your child's getting that stress. I felt that stress many times. Came from the back of her hand, came from her foot. She gave me a headbutt. She used to give me E-Honda. She used to put me in the corner of the room and give me E-Honda headbutts from the other side.
What?
You know what E-Honda is?
That is
Stand
a
on one
lie.
side of the room and just fly
Your
overhead.
mum never did that.
What do you mean? Ask my mum used to.
Your mum
funny,
never
it's
flew
funny.
with her head into you.
She might as well have. She used to beat
So
butt.
she didn't.
I swear you've been
She did.
6 foot since
It
you were
did,
7.
it did.
Yeah, she
It's
didn't
always
care.
you.
Put me in the corner and say, stand there and go, goof, quick, and just
Never.
flying towards me. Okay. No, but yeah, so, this is the things you got to think about. People don't think about this when it comes to, relationships and kids and marriage. All these things you've got to take into consideration, man. Even down to naming your child, man.
Oh, don't get me started on
Naming
that.
your child.
No, but it's the truth, though, man. Everyone's got ideas of names that they want to have. You ain't even got.
I'm a bit of a bigot when it comes to names.
In what sense?
There's a lot of names that I don't like, and I have to bite my tongue. One of my best friends, her sister, got really upset once. I hope she doesn't listen to this. She got really upset because as soon as she told me the names, I just passed in judgment. I don't like that because don't like this, don't like that. And then she was like, that's it, I'm not telling anyone my names. I knew this would happen. And I was like, when someone's getting proper emotional, and I was like, didn't even occur to me to even think that you would care.
But
Like, so
it
long
is
as you don't
personal
talk
though.
It is.
But with me, I feel I have to carry on my name.
Your own name.
Yeah,
and you lot say
my
I'm a
own
narcissist,
personal
and you
name.
lot say I'm vain. Listen to this guy. Carry
no,
on my
no,
name.
No, but it's because it's not
No one will
because
remember
it's not
your
my
name.
name. It's a family name.
Yeah.
Kemo Tarawali is a chief member.
Well, then I'm a
in my
narcissist
family.
then, for sure.
It's a chief member of my family, so I want that to carry on.
Anyway.
Honestly, as long as one of my children is called Kemo, I don't care
So
what the others are
is
called.
it going to be called Junior then?
No junior.
One's gonna be called
He's a
Kemo,
person- he's
and
a
the other one's
person in
gonna
his
be
own
called
right.
Kemo, Alistair, and Facundo.
I'm actually not joking. I wouldn't mind. But guess who my favourite would be?
Yeah. No, Facundo. That's a sick name.
There's this woman at our work called Kiara, and she said to I said, I really like her name. She's like, me too. She said, is it strange that I'd want to call my child it? And I was like, me too.
Oh, these narcissists.
I love my name. I really, when I was growing up, I wanted to be called Vanessa. When I was in primary school, I really was like, I must be
you're
called.
not a Vanessa.
Because
Nah,
know
you
it's
kind
from?
of look like a
I
Vanessa.
think it was her from the Cosby Show.
I was thinking that.
Yeah,
I think it must be the Cosby Show or that other one, Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
one of them.
It was Mr. Cooper. Well,
And
might
I
have
was
been
like-
both.
I'm not even going to talk about what I wanted to be.
It was Mr. Cooper.
So I was like, I want to be called Vanessa. But as I've gotten older, you know, I've got a little bit of obsession with being unique. Like, I think it's because, you know, being the only brown child in the family and stuff. I don't like there being another one of me, like I was saying earlier. Like, so now that my name is like completely unique, there's no one with my name. I think that's the best thing. I want my daughter to have that
But then
without
there's-
having an off-key name. I don't know of any names that like no one. I don't know anyone called Morgana.
You should call your daughter Kemo. That's pretty unique.
I don't know why
She's
you guys.
never going to meet anybody with the same name.
I don't know why you guys are ignoring Facundo. What's wrong with Facundo?
No, I like it. But
Facundo.
I'm not Latin.
So
Facundo Tarawali.
Facundo.
It
Let's
doesn't
say that.
really go.
Facundo.
Facundo.
Listen, though, but I'm not gonna give my son my name. That's way too much pressure. I'm way too great. If my son has my name, he's gonna feel the pressure. Just walking into a room, they're like, "You're Soleil's son." I told you, he'll instantly be a junior.
But what about the day when your child surpasses you by miles and you are no longer known as Sule Jarami?
I'll be old
your
by then.
son is known as Sule Jarami.
Yeah, I'll be proud then, because then he's earned it. Because the things I'm gonna do, man, he's
You know
gonna
what
have to
this
do
is like?
great stuff to
This is
surpass
like,
me.
This is like Bob Marley. Like they didn't want to know him
Yeah.
as a Marley, and then all of a sudden he became Marley.
The
as they
Marley.
say.
He,
Yeah.
The
he's
Marley.
one who put the name
him
in
on
the
that.
world.
Marley,
Exactly,
yeah.
it'll be like that, and you'll be like,
But names,
We should go see his family. They're only from down the road, aren't they? Thamesmead.
what?
who?
Isn't his dad from like Thamesmead?
No,
Are you sure?
they're from the West. Well, they're not from the West Indies because they're white.
His dad was in
But-
Jamaica.
well,
He was in the
no,
army,
but-
wasn't he?
But he was from Thamesmead.
No,
I'm
Marley.
telling you, yeah.
Nah, this guy.
that's a lie.
Do you know what? After my John Candy stat,
Yeah, yeah. This guy's been serving up some.
it's been a long day.
Are you sure it was Bob
That is
Marley? And
like-
you sure it wasn't Facundo Marley?
Nah, you are mugging me.
Facundo Marley. Alright, but look, names are important, man. Listen, I'm not.
Okay, I've got a question then.
Yeah.
Right, one of my godson, he's got blonde hair and blue eyes. His dad's mixed race like me, but he's got blonde hair and blue eyes.
You're mixed race.
Shut up.
I had no.
A lot of people don't know
Do
this,
ya?
but yeah, I'm actually mixed race.
Yeah.
And his surname, I won't say it, but it's a really hardcore Nigerian name.
like that.
And you've got this blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy running around with this hardcore name. I think it is the best thing. The question is, would you name your son or your daughter something that doesn't really fit their look? And I mean like culturally, like
But what do you
would you
mean?
call
That
your
look?
daughter Alice?
How am I gonna know?
Alice
I don't know what they're gonna look like.
Alice Darami.
They'll be a day old when they come when I name them. So they're gonna look like a baby. All babies look the same, just different
But
tones.
would you get a name that was of a different culture?
From my own. Probably not. Only because I like the names in my culture. But if I didn't, then I wouldn't see anything wrong with it. I mean,
Would you call your children after English names?
nah, probably not. Because I don't have an English name, and no one in my family has English names.
Really?
So, but they do. But
Well, our mums have English names.
but that's because.
But they're old. They're kind of old school English.
And then they've all got. But then my mum's got a Sierra Leone name as well.
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, so
which
I don't
she's
know.
more known by as well. So.
Exactly.
So just say you have children to a white woman, Then what are you going to name your children?
Where she's white Sierra Leonean.
She's not. She's straight white from
British.
from Yorkshire.
Yeah,
Dad's a farmer.
Bayek. Yeah, I mean, I would still want to hold on to those names, man. Like I said, the names are important. So I don't know. I can't imagine my sons. Your children are supposed to, be a representation of yourself.
So you wouldn't call them Simon Durrami?
Nah, I can't.
Does that even sound right to you?
Simon Durrami.
Yeah.
No. My sons are definitely.
But sometimes, like my godson, he's got not a regular name. He's got a regularish name and then a hardcore Nigerian name.
It's a good balance, then.
It's like I like that juxtaposition almost. So then.
But if you think about what are names,
if someone said to me Durrami, I would never be like, oh, that's African. I would be like, I've never heard that surname ever before.
It's Italian.
Durrami, yeah, I can see that.
No, but your names are just to identify where you came from, aren't they?
But I think they're so important. I didn't cut. My name is Arthurian. I'm not from the Arthurian.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. The original purpose is to know that you hear someone's name, you know he's from that tribe or from that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So I like that idea, and I think obviously over time people have more choice and people have mixed cultures.
So you're gonna name all your children Sierra Leonean names?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think so. Because it just points you in the direction of that these children have links there somewhere. So I think it's
but
good.
their mum's from Yorkshire. You can't deny that
But
side.
let's be honest, I'm probably not going to marry someone from Yorkshire. So
You don't know that.
I do know that. I have a choice. It's up to me what I do.
Yorkshire, you're out of bounds.
I'm sorry, Yorkshire.
I'm sorry, Yorkshire.
No
mate.
chance. No chance. If you're from Yorkshire, you got
Little girls
no
going to bed
chance.
crying
No, I'm
tonight.
joking. I hear what you're saying. This is an important thing about when you say, everyone likes to fall in love and just get with someone. Picking your partners. These are the issues that people will go through. Like if I did get with someone from Yorkshire, who was British and had strong, that you could trace their lineage back to. I don't know, so the old English times. Do you know what I mean? We would have to have this discussion because she's want to hold on to her root. Just like a couple of my friends got married recently, and I was having discussions with some of my friends. I was like, what would you do if you got married and your wife wanted to keep her maiden name or do a double barrel? How would you feel about it? And like myself personally, and some of my other friends were like, there's no chance, man. You change that name. You part of my family. That name is wiped out. It's
what
erased.
are you saying?
Gone.
You're part of my family? No.
But this is the way of the world. What did James Brown? He said it, man.
What did he say?
It's a man's world.
Whatever.
Forget the second part where he said it wouldn't be nothing. He was a bit drunk on the second part.
part.
He gets to get drunk. But no, I mean, I don't know. Times are changing a lot, but I think a lot of traditions should stay steadfast.
True. When I asked it to one of my friends, I love my name. I want to keep that surname forever, to be fair, and I can't imagine. I'll be sad on the day I get married just because I know I'll be losing my surname. But I said to my friend, I might double barrel it. A lot of people double barrel these days, so I might double barrel it. She was like, no, Morgana, it's not right. You won't be married if you do that.
You wouldn't. If my wife,
I thought that's an archaic way of thinking. I don't think anyone even thought like that anymore.
Listen, if my wife wanted to double barrel my surname, I'm gonna have another wife. I'm having two then. It's fair. You having two names, I'm having two wives.
Balance.
Yeah, man. What do you mean? Back double barrel? What is this? It's a man's world. And on that note,
That awkward note that no one is joining in on.
on that note, I think we'll wrap up for the day. No, guys, anything to say in closing?
Double barrel's all good.
Bob Marley's dad's not from Thames Mead. That was just jokes.
No,
He's getting scared now. Everyone go and check that and email us cussing them because it wasn't. That was a lie. But check out Facundo Marley while you're at it though. Shout out to one of our members. He's not here.
Morocco!
Getting brown. He's gonna come back looking like Sean Paul.
We miss you. I had a Moroccan dip from Marks and Spencer's today and I thought of you.
He's gonna come back looking like an ambassador.
I thought of you in Morocco while I had a Moroccan dip.
Actually, it's Moroccan style.
Guys, thanks for listening. Whoever was listening, all 2 of you or 200 of you, whoever was.
24 views, that's alright. Whoop whoop!
Remember, this is therapy session number 2 with the Coup. You can get us at our email address is the real Coup. That's Coup spelled COUP @gmail.com. YouTube page is the Coup London. Twitter is at the real Coup. Tumblr therealcoup.tumblr.com. And lastly, Instagram is the_Coup. to session 2. Thanks for listening.
One last note, we're Jungian, not Freud. Okay.